That was a really good introduction. I don't know anything about her, but here she is. I was actually here last week, and I chickened out, and I didn't come up on stage because I'm a pussy. And I gotta say, I left here feeling really discouraged because somebody had made a joke, and it was a little, it was a stereotype, and I don't appreciate those kinds of things. It's bullshit. But it wasn't you. The joke was actually something about like everybody who lives south of 80 is inbred, which hurt me because I live in the first town south of 80. So I left and I went home and I was so upset. My family was like, how'd it go? I'm like, I really don't want to talk about it. And I had Honcho in the house. He's like, let's go talk about it. And so I'm like, fine, we'll talk about it. So I says to Uncle Daddy, I says, people at Honcho's think that people south of 80 are inbred, and I don't really appreciate it. I don't think they're going to like me. I don't think I can do it. Me and Uncle Daddy talked a lot that night. And he gave me some really good advice. He left me with some words of encouragement. And I'll never forget him. Obviously it worked. I'm here. Uncle Daddy looked at me and he said, suck it up, sugar tits. So it worked. It worked. Yeah. So I used to be a caregiver. I'm not anymore because I realized that you cannot pay me enough money to get hit on and shit on. I had a man with dementia. He was at the beginning stages, kind of like Joe. So he was out there, but he was still kind of curvy. And he forgets that he uses the same exact pickup lines on me every time I walk by. And it went something like this: you can use this if you want. But I'd walk by and he'd go, that'll keep your balls off the sheets. I'm still not sure what that means. Is that a pickup line we used back in the day, and did it ever work? Because then I made it my mission for his balls to never leave the sheets. I'm like, this is not making your balls leave the sheets ever. Ever. And he'd get mad and he'd get ornery, but people would often ask me, what was caregiving like? And basically, it's babysitting minus the baby. I mean, you feed them, you bathe them, you change their shitty diapers, right? But bonus is that you can hit them and you know they don't have the ability to tell on you. So I had that going. I learned something that nobody ever taught me going into that career. And I learned it, and thank God I did, and I'm going to share it with you guys just in case you're ever in that situation that you need to take care of an old man. Babies, like old men, babies love to be fucking swaddled. You know what? You're familiar with swaddling. You wrap the baby up and it's basically like a baby burrito. Like it's all wrapped in there. Well, you could do that with old men. It works. It really comforts them. And I would do this with this client. But the first time that I did it, I couldn't find a blanket big enough to accommodate a grown-ass man being swaddled in. But I'm fucking crafty. So my ass went on Pinterest and I figured it out. I swaddled that man with his own ball skin. Babies love that shit because they feel like they're in the womb and it's nice. Old men love that shit because you're touching their balls. But I said to him, I'm just doing my job and I'm keeping your balls on the